Hi everyone, good morning, good evening. I hope you're all doing well, and I trust that you and your families are safe and healthy at this time. So welcome back to Worship Together. I'm Jonny Greer. Um, so Lily Thompson, Stuart McCaig, Catherine Brown, and Jonny Thompson have all gave us messages in the previous weeks, and it's my turn this week. So thanks for joining. I'm going to talk about standing in His love and holding on to His promises. So you might have seen in people's window little pictures or paintings of rainbows, and really this is a symbol through COVID-19 and this pandemic, a symbol of hope. Obviously referring to the story of Noah. Um, so why I'm telling you this, one of my neighbours sent our girls a little letter to just thank them for reminding them of the symbol of hope and the story of Noah. And I just thought it was a really nice message to receive. Another conversation with a neighbour he had mentioned in passing was that he said, throughout this whole pandemic, you're either a Christian or you're thinking about God at this time, and what opportunities we have just through this time to speak to those that we may not often see, even if it's online as well, about hope and about this message of God's love for us. Um, so there will be positives from this. There will be positives from this situation for us and our families and even our church. And really, we need to try and keep that the focus, the positives rather than the negatives through this. Um, so two quick points that those situations have me thinking about. The first is that God's love is above all. The love of a father, the love of a son. Um, love is the center point of everything, everything that we believe in. Love is a center point for Jesus being sent, for his crucifixion as well. God is in control. He has always been in control. He will always be in control. So at the minute, my company, which is a part of a larger organisation, throughout the whole UK, we are going through furlough, as many of you guys may also be going through. And there's a lot of unknowns, personally speaking. Even also, there may be people who are losing businesses or in the middle of losing businesses. They may have lost their jobs. Students, they don't know exams, what that's going to look like, subject choices, university, career paths, etc. So there's a lot of unknowns. People maybe even also trying to find a job at this time, trying to sell a house at this time. Um, so I need to remind myself, maybe the same as you, who God is and the fact that He is in control, that He is seeing, that He is hearing, and that the Holy Spirit is still praying and interceding on our behalf, no matter what we're going through. So that's the first point. God's love is above all. The second point to bring today is God's promises last a lifetime. Again, I need to bring my focus back to the one who's unchanging. And there is, at the minute, there's no greater opportunity to speak to people with our agenda as it's changed. Although, if you're like me, my agenda is still quite busy, but with a changed agenda, a changed routine, we need to maybe, as Catherine had said last or 2 weeks ago, where are we putting our time? Are we putting that into the right places? Um, so a quick challenge to leave with you is, what is God saying to you through today's situation? What are you trusting Him for? What are you asking Him for? What are you trusting Him to do? And also, what does your breakthrough look like? So a couple of verses that I want to leave with you, found in Isaiah. Isaiah, as you know, is a book filled with prophecies of Jesus seen as a coming king, but also as a servant. So the first one is Isaiah 40, verse 28. That says, "Have you never heard or understood? Don't you know that the Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of all the earth? He never grows faint or weary. No one can measure the depths of his understanding. He gives power to those who are tired and worn out. He offers strength to the weak." So for me, that verse, He is everlasting. He never grows faint or weary. He gives power and strength. So for me, all my hope is built in this, and that gives me great confidence no matter what I'm going through, if it's furlough or no matter what that is. The second verse, again in Isaiah, Isaiah 43, verse 2. When you go through deep waters and great trouble, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you, for I am the Lord your God. And then further in verse 4, you are honored and I love you. Amazing scriptures. So I'm just going to leave you with 4 songs now on the playlist. Elevation Worship, Your Promises, Chris McClarney, Over and Over. You may not know that one, but even just give it a listen. The bridge is amazing. The Belonging, Isn't He? And the last one is House Fires Build My Life. So I can't wait for the first meet and greet service to come back for sung worship. And stay safe all and have a great week. Thanks for listening. Bye.